What's going on, and welcome back to Brickwise, the channel where I have been cultivating a collection of LEGO Speed Champions to slowly take you boys through the journey of me having a full wall covered in Speed Champions. Yes, and welcome back. Subscribe, by the way, leave a like and whatnot, but, you know, decide if you want to do that throughout the video. Today is an interesting one. We're back to custom Speed Champions. Yes, there was a drop of official Speed Champions, so I needed to get through those. But now we are finally back to weekly and back to custom ones. The last custom one we did was a fully custom, the Mazda RX-7 FC from what's the thing? I always get it confused with a race in a racing game. No, it's not Terminal D, it's the other one, Initial D. So that was the last one we did on the channel. I did a collection video recently, that's why the tower has shrank. And I actually built a few from that tower, is also why that tower has shrank. So, this video is not a full custom, it's a rebuild. Which, of course, if you don't know, using just parts from a certain set, you can get a completely different vehicle. That's actually what the Mazda RX-7 over here is. It's definitely been post-modified by me a lot, but originally, this was a Supra, the Supra set for LEGO Speed Champions. But I am not buying that Supra set because it, I don't know, well, sucks. I'll get a custom Supra. This thing is very, very nice. I obviously did a lot of custom work to it on the front bumper and the back here, but originally it's just a really good rebuild of the Supra into an RX-7. But I am here to review a different rebuild, and this rebuild is actually from a game. It is from Need for Speed Unbound. Now, if you don't know, at the beginning of Need for Speed Unbound, the newest Need for Speed, which is a bit more controversially received than older Need for Speeds. Oh, well, most modern Need for Speeds have been a bit, yeah, anyway. But this one, you start by selecting one of 3 cars. Now, I don't remember was it some muscle car? I think it was some muscle car. Like an S15, 14, one of those, or a Countach. Now, I went with the S14 or 15, whichever one it was, but you could have gone with the Countach. This thing right here, the Lamborghini Countach. Now, you start with this, it's like a resto build, is I think what they claim it is, and then, you know, you get rebuilt into a car that you drive around for a little bit, until, because it's gonna be the car that is your, like, goal that you want to win back throughout the whole game, spoilers, I guess, the car is customized to look fully unique, and that customization is what I'm about to show you right now, and I'm also going to show you the custom that I have gotten, because the mock being reviewed today is from KMP Mocks. So Need for Speed Unbound Countach. It is this thing right here. There we go. Obviously the original Countach is just kind of whatever, but the one we're going into is this one. This Countach, this design of Countach, which has a lot done to it. This one seems to be like ASAP Rocky, which isn't what the base model is. The base model looks more like this, as you can see. The Countach, it's gone right into someone's actual video for it. I did not mean for that to happen. There you go. The Lamborghini Countach from Unbound. Now, color scheme will not be the same as this, unfortunately, but this is what we're going for. It's this very cool looking rebuild, because obviously car licenses just went they just let Need for Speed go crazy with customization. So that's what they did. They went absolutely insane. They gave it the like Revuelto cyan lights as well. They gave it a nut spoiler and a full wide body. The front is all done up and everything. It is near unrecognizable from the original Countach. It's insane. It's night and day. I was actually very hesitant. I didn't want to put this customization on when I was playing the game originally, but obviously the game forces you to. Unfortunately, it does force you to. But back on this channel, I thought, yes, I want to go into and check out a custom mock that I saw on Rebrickable, which is where I get most of these mocks, which is the Lamborghini Countach, but from Unbound, using only parts from the Mercedes F1 set. So, the one that comes with this thing, and the one that comes with, I finally built it, this thing. These two cars right here, the set that makes up this is the same set of parts that make up the Lamborghini Countach. Now, there will probably be a video on this at some point. It'll probably be bundled in with the Jesco and the Lotus, because I have some things to say about those cars, these three cars in together. But I built this thing just so I could, like, get rid of the box and show that, you know, show it right here. Look, it's these two cars. This is the set that the Countach comes from. What I also built, as you can see, is the regular Countach. So this one is actually going to serve as a double review of not only the Unbound Countach, but also this Countach and my build experience with them. So starting off with the custom, this one's going to be very sped up because, of course, this is a paid custom. So I'm not just going to yoink someone's hard-earned money because I'm managing to show you it all here. But the build for this thing, I'll discuss more in the regular Countach section. It's weird because most of the time with a regular custom mock, you're using still quite a lot of the parts. This one is supposed to build 2 cars, and you're only building 1 car. So there is a lot of parts left over, and a lot of hunting parts down that you have to do. But the regular Countach, this thing is a lot. Honestly, this thing shocked me. This thing absolutely shocked me. Its build is just actually so enjoyable to do. There's this one technique it uses round the back to make the top of the like curved bit for the lights. It was just such an interesting build technique that I loved. And I'm going to talk about the stickers in the next section. But this thing, truly, what a enjoyable car to build. The techniques were great. The process was nice. It was very quick, honestly. It was a very, very quick mock to build. And the details, well, I guess this isn't the place to discuss that. As far as the build process is concerned, I really enjoyed the Countach, and the Unbound one was unique. It was interesting in the same way as mocks often are, where, you know, in one side you're using a 1x4, but in the other side, because you're bound by the bound by the parts of the set, you're using a 1x1 starter, 2x1 and a 1x1, right? Just to match up, because those are the only parts you have. So it's enjoyable to put this together in a messy way, in a very, very messy way. But let's review. So, first, the regular Countach. This thing I really enjoyed the build of. I will say, though, it is, design-wise, kind of bad. The side bit here isn't entirely accurate. They've tried to, but it's not very accurate. The front over here, it just doesn't have the right angle that it should. The back, it tries. It's really nice. It is really nice. But it's also really, really inaccurate when it comes to being a Lamborghini Countach. I'd say it's it's not exactly like Jesco, Lotus, Evora, or whatever. It's not Evija. It's not that level, but it is incredibly inaccurate when it comes to its actual design, its look. But I liked the build. The techniques were great. It's just that's kind of putting it down. But this thing, if I knew that this thing used clear stickers instead of white stickers, I would have built it so long ago. So the only bit printed on these stickers is the sticker bit. The rest of it is clear. If I knew it had clear stickers, I would have built it so long ago, because the Countach, which doesn't use clear stickers, this one, you can already see the discoloring. I don't know if it'll show up on camera, because my camera's weird with whites, but it just, like, there, you can kind of see that it's a different color. That it's discolored from the regular white. The regular white's obviously gone off a bit, while the sticker there is, well, noticeably different. And that's happened all across the board on this thing. And that just, not only do I not like its design already, but just the fact that it's that inaccurate and has bad stickers. This one having clear stickers, that is one of the biggest things about this one. The build was enjoyable, the clear stickers were great, and I mean, I guess the inaccuracies are negligible, but like, you know, I'd still rather it be accurate than inaccurate, right? But then next we have the Lamborghini Countach from Unbound. This thing right here, I will say, they look rather nice together, because obviously oh, I've already broken the wing. The wing is very, very unstable on this thing. There we go. This thing is about the wheels, the sort of fitment is the same. The size is the exact same, which is nice that it lines up with the regular Countach as well. It's an enjoyably done thing. I mean, look at that front. Look at the front. I will say, it's really it's trying to be the Unbound Countach more than anything, because compared to the RX-7, it's not an incredibly accurate design. The back is pretty well done, I will say. The back is rather well done. The color scheme is just completely out of nowhere. The color scheme is just it's pulled out of, God, I don't even know. The spoiler as well. The spoiler is not attached the way it's attached on this car, but also a way that they say to do the lights, but it's a way they say to do it that uses a part that doesn't come in the set. I have and can do. I need to pick up the spoiler from the floor. There we go. But once I've done that, let's use this. So you would have noticed at the back, it had everything's falling apart off this car. The rim just came off over there. It had just 2 of these poles in the back, but that isn't rather accurate to what the rear light looks like. Not that this thing's crazy accurate across the board. Everything's going everywhere. Am I losing it? Am I going insane? Is that what's happening? But using 2 of this part right here, that's the one that the mock maker wants you to use. But I have one other one I'm gonna have to put back after this, because it's part of the KS Mask Leader, which is a custom mock by Ryan GC Productions. Yes, this. Oh no! Well, I mean, that's gonna help my case. So this was the top of it. This was somewhere. I suppose this piece, once I can get it out. This piece was also probably somewhere, I would imagine. That was somewhere else. Yeah, this build was the KS Mask Leader. Hey, I mean, you know what? It's pretty accurate, because this car is a car from the Crew 2, and also in the Crew Motorfest, which is destructible. It's a hypercar which is destructible. Incredibly well done interior. I tell you what, like this guy went all out on this. This interior is rather accurate, but that is where my other version of that part is. So not only do I need to reconstruct a full car, we can now actually make these lights accurate by doing that and doing that. There we go. And then this will just simply go on the back here. And now it has what looks a little bit closer to the back of the Countach lights. There we go. I mean, it's nice. Yeah, I'm not crazy attached to it, though. I tell you what, no, I'm fine with the fact that this has to go back in my KS Mask Leader once I rebuild my KS Mask Leader. That thing's originally designed by Kaisil Salim, if you know him. He's a model of car maker. But yes, this thing right here, I will say the interior, once I can get it up, it works. It works. It's bare bones, but it does do the job. It's got the controller. It's all right done. It's done pretty all right. But all in all, there was little mismatches, which are to be expected, but this was a mismatch on the outside that was rather noticeable. See, on one side, we're using these flat tiles, right? The 2x1 and the 1x1. On the other side, it was using cheese slopes, 2x1 and 1x1. Which I don't know why that was mismatched, because as you can see, using only the parts from the set, I was able to put it back in. Unless the cheese slopes were more accurate, and that's why he was using the cheese slopes instead of the tiles, but I mean, I guess if I'm gonna want it matching, the tiles aren't exactly wildly inaccurate, you know? That's the least of this thing's problem. All in all, though, the design, the little bits that you can see on this car that are the same as the original Countach, the fact that you can build this just using the Mercedes set and a purchase of these instructions, I would say this thing holds up. Mostly. I will keep it like this. I don't really care to have two Mercedes and also it's still falling apart. The rims are still coming off. I don't really care to have two of the Mercedes set, so I will keep it like this. The rim is back on. There you go. I may make a different car. I mean, I'm fairly certain you can make an AMG using just the parts from the set, so maybe I'll do that. All in all, though, pretty alright build, pretty high detailed, pretty cool looking regardless of whether it is accurate or not. Like, I probably want to keep it just because it is still pretty cool. And I mean, on the wall, you know, I think they'd look pretty nice. Now, for those of you who have been following everything on the channel, welcome back. I was a bit late with this one. Yes, a day late. Main channel is just so busy. The main channel is way too busy. What have I even been doing on the main channel recently? Not only have I been going to car meets, filming for a secondary project that I want to start. I've been working on a rebrand for one of my other channels, but my main channel is what have we been doing? Have I done anything? Oh, just videos. Oh, the first Crew game is shutting down, so I've been doing a bunch of videos on that. And day by day, I become more and more set in stone that I'm probably going to have to adhesive glue the little, I don't have them anywhere near me right now, but the hooks on the wall. That sucks, because that's not coming off. Like, I'd have to scrape it off, and then I'd have to scrape it off, and then I'd have to repaint the whole wall if I can manage to scrape them off without having anything rip. Ooh, but if that's the only way I can have my speed champions up on the wall, facing down all across the wall, I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do. It sucks, but on that note, I think that's all. I think that's all to catch up the viewers on. Subscribe as well. We're on our way to 100. No, I was gonna say 100,000. That's my main channel. That's what that is. We're on the way to 1,000. So subscribe, and I will see you boys in the next one. I need to go rebuild a Countach. Not a Countach. I need to go rebuild a KS Master Leader. Alright, in a bit.